For starters, there is an immediate resistance against me expressing this idea accurately. So likelihood is that I have expressed it more than accurate, and then once this resistance loses its effort, it'll just be really obvious and be presentable in a new way. So there's this thing that's going on where in trading or in interacting with people, there's an immediate charge gathered. There's an immediate effort desire where no matter how much it works for both people, there is always an attempt to establish that I need to reach further right now, no matter how I feel, in order to get what I want. Even if it would work for both of us. Even if it benefits everyone. Even if it is the most logical situation. There is always an effort to get me to reach further right now for no reason, immediately without question. My refusal to do this often ends with, oh, you're not trying hard enough. Oh, you're not doing it right. Oh, you're not really about it. We're going back to this. And this is usually just like some form of abuse that you normalize, right? So, here's what I think is going on. In this little attempt, whoever I'm trading with, often women, are always trying to get me to assert that I'm reaching further with every new deal that can be made. The reason they do this is to create an impression, a precedent. If we start a transaction over any topic like this, where I am reaching further, giving more for less, they can assert this as the base trade for anything involving this topic. The reason they do this is because imagine having this level of control over someone's effort for only this much cost. Now, here's what happens. Every time that I fall for it or every time that it occurs, well, here's what's really going on. This attempt to get me to this immediate trade charge, this immediate unfair trade charge is being held for as long as possible until this person is forced to do the most logical thing to survive, which is just make the most logical trade, which is the one that exists without this trade charge, right? Which is an unfair trade charge. So what happens is every time they manage to get this trade charge, this effort is collected into a current, a precedent that they can use to control me. But that's not even what I meant to say here. What I meant to say is, if in order for our trade to be even, we both need to give this much. By getting me to give this much, it means that over time, I'm collecting effort and trade value that is not being returned to me. However, these people are treating each new transaction as if my effort bar is at zero. Ungrateful, constantly disacknowledging the past, disacknowledging precedent, and pretending that by not giving that charge that demands more of me for no reason, that I am not willing to work for what I want, that I am not willing to try, to put in effort. Ignoring how much effort has already been put in by that point, and ignoring the fact that at this level, the trade is reachable and fair for both parties. What happens is, no matter how it lines up, these people, oh, it's right here. Hold on, sorry, I drew it already. No matter how it lines up, these people will always create this gap to try and get an immediate change without charge for themselves, no matter what. So let's say at this point, you were okay with giving me this, and it made sense for me, but you wanted a charge. You wanted, let's say you were willing to, I don't know, give me a pencil if I ran around the block for you. I don't want to run around the block. That seems unreasonable for a pencil. You don't give me the pencil. I'm going to lose track here. Like I said, I'm being resisted. Let's say later on, you give me the pencil, But now, instead of me just getting the pencil, what else could it be? Oh, I can only write what you want me to write. I have to write something that you want first, no matter what. And let's say for whatever reason I fold, and I want the pencil, and I'm willing to write whatever you want me to write before I write what I want to write, right? At that point, another charge gap is made to immediately force unreturned change. And so, to simplify all that, because it was kind of a mess, no matter how fair the trade is, the attempt to constantly add this unreturned charge is collecting a debt, which is being used as precedent to control. Because if I can establish that you've been willing to give me so much for so little, then you demanding more suddenly defies the current that we're on, so much so that I can increase the current and cause resistance and friction by claim that you're changing things too fast, and that in itself is a form of charge that is unfair to me. But the only reason I could do that, the only way I could do that, is by disacknowledging effort that's been given by that point and pretending that we are at a zero effort precedent transaction. So yeah, I think I kinged everything. This is my last page on this journal, and there's heat here, so I think I'm good now. I don't know what else to say. Oh, this kind of lines up with no, you don't need to know that.